I've been pretty outspoken with how much I love The Way of Kings when I read it at the start of the year, but what if I was to tell you that the follow-up book was even better? What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. You're with Chris, and today I'll be bringing to you part 3 of my epic reading vlog for Words of Radiance by Mr. Brandon Sanderson. This was the best part yet, and the lengthiest as well, at well over 300 pages. I smashed through it over the weekend. I could not get enough of it. There were moments here where I was holding my breath at certain events. Now, it's become clear to me that the main focus of this book is on Shallan in particular. And I'm fine with that because I really enjoy her character. I really enjoy getting to know her, and she has a lot of really good qualities that I admire in a female character. I love that she's involved, or how she's handling herself in clandestine activities in an effort for her to reach her goals with what she's trying to achieve. And her new skill set is amazing to read about. It is really kick-ass and certainly comes in handy with certain situations that she finds herself in the book, and it's just very, very original and very, very clever, and just points, all indicators point to something very special or very big in her future and how she's going to evolve over the series. Now, I really, really enjoyed in this part of the book in particular where we're getting to know about her past. So in The Way of Kings, we saw flashbacks for Kaladin with his childhood and how certain events led up to him being how he is today, and in this book we're seeing the same thing with Shallan. It's hinted at in The Way of Kings about how the House of Devar fell in terms of falling into debt, and not much detail is given about that in The Way of Kings, but in this book we're getting the flashbacks that are very, very timely and very, very welcome, because it's like an episode of Lost where you can almost hear that rumble, and then you're back in time about 3.5 years in Shallan's case when she was a bit younger and going through what she was going through, and it's very interesting to read about. It adds layers to her character, which is very, very interesting, and you appreciate her all the more for it. So she's in the Shattered Plains at the moment doing what she's doing, which I can't go into detail here, but her story arc is advancing very, very well. And she has interacted with a couple of characters which I wanted to see, which has been very, very good. Now, there are fight scenes towards the end of this part, which in my excitement I finished a particular scene at the end of chapter 56, and I was that excited I had to gush about it to someone, and I emailed John over at Talking Story and had to just gush about this chapter on how I felt about it. And he came back to me very, very quickly in an email and said, yeah, look, he said that it is the best hold my beer moment he has ever read, and I happen to agree with him. It was so exciting, and leading up to the end of the scene, I was willing this character to do what he needed to do, and Brandon Sanderson delivered, and it was just a thrilling scene and a twist at the end, so that now we see Kaladin in a situation where we don't know how he's going to get out of it. In this part, Dalinar takes a back seat, which is fine. I mean, I like reading about him, and I'm predicting we'll get his backstory in Oathbringer. Maybe, I don't know, but he has a small part in this book, and I hope we get to read more about him as time goes on, and I'm sure that I will. I'm predicting that part 4 is going to have me on the edge of my seat. Now, I won't be exclusively reading part 4 this week. I'll be finding whatever time I can in between my Horror Mayhem reads, which has started this week officially for me, and what I might do is finish one Horror Mayhem read and try and mow through as much of Words of Radiance as I can, and then pick up the second book that I've got planned for Horror Mayhem this week as well. Read that, smash that, and I'm predicting, without a doubt, I will be finished Words of Radiance before the end of this week, because I'm just loving it. And you know how I've said with Brandon Sanderson books, when I get to the last third, I just have to finish it. And I am predicting one night this week will be a very late finish, and there will be, I would predict a very welcome book hangover. So there you go, guys. That is it for part 3 of my new epic reading vlog for Words of Radiance. I'm absolutely loving it. If you've read the book, drop me a line and let's compare notes. Tell me what you thought about chapter 56. I just couldn't get enough of it, and when I read it, you know, I just had to look up and think, oh my god, this is amazing. With every part, things just get ramped up to the max, and I just can't wait to see how this book is going to finish, and I'm just very, very excited. So part 4 will come in the next few days, I have no doubt, and then part 5 will follow with my wrap up of the entire book, which will be great. Just looking forward to finishing it and seeing what happens, and yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about, I would think. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will provide the best content I can. Offer up any feedback in the comments below, and until the next video, guys, happy reading.